All right, y'all, we are back at it. First trip since the hospitalization. We are super excited. We are out at Rainbow Springs Campground in Dunnellon, Florida. Absolutely love Rainbow River. And today we are going to reveal the excursion SUV camper build out that we did. And also, thank you to everybody who voted on naming her. She is now called the Free Phoenix. And man, I could not have come up with a better name. So you guys are awesome. All right, guys, let's get into it. Let's take a peek at our campsite, and then we're gonna reveal the Free Phoenix. Now, the nice thing when we're close to home is we bring both. So this came in handy today, bringing the truck as well, because number one, we didn't have to load everything on the rack up top. And number two, we were running the car earlier for the AC and the excursion was freaking out. It dumped all of the radiator fluid on. We thought, oh my gosh, what now? And what did it end up being?
It was a loose clamp on the radiator hose, the upper radiator hose. So it wasn't that bad a fix. Luckily, there was no damage. We got it replaced with a better clamp, a new clamp, filled it back up with coolant. Everything's working great.
Yes. So yeah, that was, I'm not gonna lie, my heart just sank and I was like, are you serious? After we just got it back from the shop and $2,000 later. And thankfully my husband kept reminding me, you know, it's better to have this stuff happen close to home and everything was gonna be all right. And he was right. It was okay.
As per usual.
Yeah. Is that one more time?
I said as per usual.
All right, so I will say when you come to Rainbow Springs Campground, now we actually have a really decent sized site that comes around. We have plenty of space, you know, for two big cars, the truck and the excursion, but there are some that are bigger, there are some that are quite a bit smaller, and there's not really a way to tell until you get here. It does come with hookups, so you've got your 30 and 50, and then you also have your regular 20s underneath as well. It's got water, and then it also has the sewage. So let's go this way. So now usually when you're looking up the sites at this campground, you're not, all you can tell is if it is no shade, full shade, or partial shade. Most of them don't actually put pictures of the site, so you're not going to know how big it is until you get there. It will tell you though, if it's a pull through, it will tell you how big your rig can be, and then they have, I believe, 4 sites. 4 sites here that are tent only.
Also, if you got Starlink,
yes,
you might want to take a look and see about the tree situation, because we've had to move the dish a couple times to get the best, but now it's just sitting on the back of the excursion.
Yeah, let me show you really quick. So yeah, it's just right up top. Now, before we had it on the roof of the truck and it was not pulling very good speeds because those trees right there. And then
when we set it up, it was nighttime.
Yes, so
I didn't see the trees.
As soon as Gary moved it to the top of the excursion, when we had the whole debacle with the car earlier and we had to go get new clamps and radiator fluid, it was drawing really good speeds, not obstructed at all. So, I'm looking up like y'all can see it. So yes, Starlink is awesome. I cannot recommend it. Can't recommend it more, because I will tell you, if you're in the campground, yeah, good luck. We have Verizon. I know people who have T-Mobile as well. You're not getting cell reception, and if you do, it's going to be like 1 bar. So you're really not going to be able to do much. It throws you back to, you know, us Gen Xers and older. You feel like you're dialing up on AOL again, and that just sucks. All right, guys, so let's check out the excursion. So we have the 8-foot awning, and then on this side we have our shower tent, also a changing area. So this magnet up here, that thing is awesome. It is so strong and it stayed literally on the car from California to Florida. That thing is not coming off. So this is, let me pan out, a really big space. And this is our shower. So this is the pump. And it goes into the water depending on if we need a longer shower. We use the 5-gallon bucket. Shorter shower, we use the 4-gallon cooler. That's up there. And then the shower awning tent comes with these 2 areas to put stuff. And then I just connected the scrunchie right there. And it also has a roof, but we don't have it up right now because, I mean, come on. Look at that view when you're showering. Now, typically this hitch carries a huge cargo basket that holds our generator, it holds the tire, all of our water, and then on the front, typically, we put the ranch hand on so that we could actually connect our big bike rack, and our 2 e-bikes over there, our X-Peaks, go on the front of the car as well. And then the bins typically go up top in the big roof rack up there. So if we are close enough, then we just bring the truck and we don't have to worry about loading up everything, and if we have shore power. If we are not, then that's typically how it's ran, and you will see that with everything on it in the future. Now from the back side of the car, that is what it looks like. We've got the 2 baskets on either side hanging. And then we removed the spare tire inside, and that's going to go on the outside. And we're going to come this way. We've got our fridge freezer combo right here. Our table set up, of course, the Xbox so we can watch TV and movies. Our TV. That is our pantry area. Now inside, this is what we have for power, because we are set up to be able to boondock for quite a while. We do not have to have shore power at all. So we have our 2000 watt Blue Eddy right here. We have 400 watts of solar power that we pull out. And then we also have a 5000 watt dual fuel generator that, oh my gosh, best thing ever. We purchased that before my mother-in-law passed for boondocking. That thing is phenomenal, and we'll show that the next trip. We didn't have to bring, you know, the solar panels or the generator or huge water supply. Now, normally we've got enough to cover 30 gallons of water for showers and dishes, and then we have separate drinking water that we purchase. Now this tabletop is super special to us, and it came from my mother-in-law's. So we really wanted this to be with us when we traveled, and so we turned the counter into the table. So now we have the industrial wrought iron legs. There's 4, and then the cooler slides in between. The Blue Eddy sits on the other side, and it feels like she gets to come with us on trips. We have a ton of storage space underneath this bed. So the stuff that we use all the time is in the front. Stuff that we don't use as much is underneath. And then this is the side as well. This whole area right there where the tire used to be, that's a ton of storage for gear that we also use. And then we've got clips throughout to also hang up either snorkel gear that's drying or hats. And we have the screen set up. The magnets are dual purpose. So we hang up extra parts for the shower, and then usually we hang bathing suits, hats up. So like you can see, it's a great spot to dry. And those magnets I actually got at Harbor Freight. They're not expensive at all. And then we have our lights that we can plug in right now, and then we have our Edisons, which are solar, and we didn't realize that when we came. So we usually have a big mat here when we're boondocking and we're not going to be in campgrounds. Then we'll have one on each side. And our setup. So we have the kitchen area. Then we have the dishwashing area and hand washing area. So this thing is cool. You just turn on and off. This is where we wash our hands or brush teeth, and then when we're done, we empty it and clean it out. And I cannot stress this enough, it is so much easier to keep everything separate so that you know where it goes and everything has a place. There's Gary. And how was that shower?
It was pretty good.
Was it cold?
It was cold, but it was good. It was worth it.
He said, what did you say now? You don't want to use what anymore?
No, I don't want to use the showers at the campground. I mean, that thing's pretty cool.
Yes. I completely agree. Like, when you have your own shower set up, it's a game changer, and not having to worry about going in and always having shoes on because of athletes' feet and other stuff. I mean, especially after, you know, the MRSA scare and the sepsis scare with me, like, both of us are a little hesitant with germs and going into those areas, so it's so nice to have that. Now, I will say this as well. Especially if you're in Florida, we have lots and lots of happy critters that come out. Depending on if it's black bears, if it's squirrels, raccoons, deer, whatever, always, always, always store your food in your car at night. So now during the day, we'll have, you know, some of our items out, and then we always have our lamps and our mosquito repellent things. I think they're called thermocells, right? Thermocells? Yeah, thermocells. So we usually have 3 because they're 15 feet. So we keep one there. We put one up on the awning, and then we usually will hang one in the tree, and it covers our whole area. Because let me tell you, the mosquitoes in Florida, y'all, they are a different beast. I mean, these things are huge. They're angry. And DEET spray does not work with them, but we've had a lot of luck with the thermocells. So if you're planning on camping here, we pretty much have mosquitoes year round. Get yourself some thermocells. Look at the cute visitor we just got right now. He's just chilling. He's munching on something. What did he steal? Oh, he's eating a grasshopper. No way. I did not know they ate those. He is cute though.
Maria, Peanut the squirrel.
Yeah, let me just say, if y'all have not seen the story of Peanut the squirrel and Fred the raccoon, look it up, because that is a horrible, horrible thing that New York did to this poor family who rescued them. They've had Peanut the squirrel for 7 years. They've had Fred the raccoon for a long time. They have an animal sanctuary. Just look the story up. And if you've heard of Peanut the squirrel, comment down below and let us know your thoughts on that, because we could not believe that that actually happened. It's trending on Twitter, or X now, I should say, and on YouTube and all over. And it is just such a sad story of how ridiculous the government has gotten. All right, so the sun is going to be down. It is 5 o'clock. So very shortly, it's going to be dark. We're at dusk right now, and it looks so cool with the lights. So take a peek. Oh, you can't see them. That's a bummer. Yeah, you kind of can. We've got the fire going as well. But yeah, oh, it's so crazy because, well, you can kind of see them there. Obviously, this camera is better than my eyesight because, oh, there you go. You can see them twinkling now behind me. I don't know why it's not showing up on the camera. Here's some pictures of it last night. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode today. We're super excited that we're back to traveling, and hopefully very shortly we will be traveling full time. But for right now, we're getting out there. It might be shorter trips. It's closer to home, but we're still bringing you some awesome content. So be sure to get outside, make some memories, and we'll see you next time. Bye.